Looks cool.
This area is restricted to you, Og. You're, not on the guest list.
You looking for permit?
Ah, it's this guy.
I was stopped by someone named Drahomir at a checkpoint. He sent me here. Apparently you help Augs with documentation, upgrade their permits.
You have the money.
Maybe. You want to tell me what I'm paying for exactly?
You pay to get your name on the list. Melina upstairs, she works on your shiny new permit. You come back in 1 week to pick it up. Standard pickup fee will apply.
How much do you charge people for this?
Not people. Augs. 35,000 credits.
Jensen's Twitch. Do you... Is it possible to have 35,000 at this stage? Maybe if you left this quest for a while and came back?
Your buddy said this one was on the house, because I'm such a nice guy.
Drahomir would never say that.
What would he say? Something like, gouge every Aug sucker I send you for as much money as you possibly can? Is that how this works?
Look, just give me what you have, and I'll put your name on the list. That's how it works. Melina does surprisingly good work. Puts more effort in than we ask her to.
Okay, sneak around. I think I've heard all I need about your offer and your friend upstairs. I'm going to try my chance to get out the papers for now. This is much I'm willing to give you. So what kind of shiny new permit does this get me? Attack. You've been making a living scaring people, intimidating Augs into buying whatever you can sell. Now you're going to pay for it.
This is as much as I'm willing to give you. So what kind of shiny new permit does this get me?
Fucking tourist. You're wasting my time, Og. You'll be so busy you will be complaining about
I
that.
wonder if Drahomir would let us set up a second checkpoint.
Come back later. We're waiting for new ink.
That bombing was bad for business.
It is not completely broken. Why fix it?
Nothing happened. What?
You don't want to keep doing that.
Randomly hopping on the spot? Try and fucking stop me.
Too many shares in the take.
Should get rid of those train cars. They're creeping me out.
The money is slow to a trickle.
Give it a little time instead.
Feels like I'm missing something.
Getting a little worried.
The Augs are scared. By tomorrow, you will be so busy you will be complaining about that. The whole city is nothing but a damn mess.
Don't know why I never get worth the check.
Really wish I had the sniper rifle.
Got to find an untapped market and exploit it. They could be in prison.
before. I need to remember I do have the fist. Doesn't seem it requires energy. And it makes less noise than you'd think it would. Nope. Annoying.
The money is slow to a trickle. There's a bad vibe on the street.
Just gonna have to leave that be for now. Here, one sec. Yeah, I'm starting to get tired now, so I'm just like, brain dead.
If you guys want me to work, you need to give me some breathing room.
You really think I'm one of them? Eh.
I hope you're not Edward Broad, because you don't look at all like the picture.
You want to tell me what's going on here?
Arts and crafts?
I think you work for those scam artists out there. Or do they work for you?
It was never meant to be a scam. More like social services for the disaffected. You know, like no og left behind.
Looks like a forgery ring to me.
I hate the word forgery. I prefer graphic arts activism. I help people to be other people. And seriously, try getting anywhere with forgery on your resume.
You're involved in something that takes advantage of people, and you're worried about your resume?
That may have come out wrong. I mean, yes, career is important, but it's not everything. I know that. I tend to get really nervous when I'm stressed. I'm stressed when... which always just makes things worse. Oh, okay, look. I have no reason to be nervous here, do I? You're totally on my side, right? One of the good guys. Not like Drahomir.
And if it makes you nervous, you just need to explain it to me. Essentials, what's been going on here. Your friends are out there intimidating Augs, preying on their fears of getting deported. Seems like you're part of that. You're lucky not to go to jail.
Your friends are out there intimidating Augs, preying on their fears of getting deported. And it seems like you're part of that. You'll be lucky not to go to jail.
I'm already in jail. You think they'll let me leave this place? Drahomir tells people he's a cop, but he's not a cop. He's a bum who stole a uniform and a gun, which he points at people like me to make us do whatever he wants. What was I supposed to do? I sit here and I make the best documents I can.
You were helping those thugs to extort people. That doesn't get much sympathy with me.
The extortion part sucks. I swear to you, I'm totally anti-extortion.
Obviously.
Let me explain better. The government, they print up these official permits each month, but they only sell them to the rich corporate and military allies. Meanwhile, the other orgs, they get cattled out of the city because their documents aren't up to date enough. That's what was happening to my friends.
I suppose it is, taking her, what you say now at face value, that is a... It's basically, the government prints out permits, only gives it to into the rich, and ships everyone else out somewhere. Giving those poor a chance of getting the permits is a good thing, though it's... This scheme is now corrupt and banjacks as well. Whatever your intentions here, you're part of a criminal operation. Government corruption versus organized crime, and regular people get caught in the middle. I love the classics.
Government corruption versus organized crime. And regular people get caught in the middle. You gotta love the classics.
When it was just me, I didn't charge anyone. But then Drahomir shows up and turns it into this big operation with fake checkpoints and ridiculous fees. I didn't want anything to do with that. I wanted to stop.
Why didn't you?
I was scared. Drahomir said he would kill me. Looked at me kind of... like you're looking at me now. You're not going to kill me, are you?
What do you think?
I'm not sure yet. Look, the real problem is Drahomir and that checkpoint of his. Without him in the picture, the rest of them couldn't run a lemonade stand. Maybe you could... you know...
You think I just walk around shooting people?
Yes.
Don't you?
I like knowing there are other options.
Okay, so stab him, scare him, or get the police to do their job for once. I remember Drahomir mentioning this cop who threatened him. She was hanging around his checkpoint. Who knows? Maybe there really is one good cop in Prague.
That sounds like the safest bet. Otherwise, you're asking me to pick a fight with a bunch of guys in uniforms, scam artists or not.
The whole city would come down on you. Still, up to you how you want to handle it.
Right. And just so we're clear, you are going to stop forging documents now.
I don't like getting into trouble. And even worse is other people suffering because of me. No more faking documents ever again. Unless someone really needed one. Then I'd probably do it. I mean, if we knew for a fact that we could help someone, we should do whatever we can, right?
It's always possible, though, that her fake documents will just get people into trouble. And pretty deep trouble at that. That's one downside to such humanitarian work.
It depends what you have in mind.
The docs I make, they really can fool the authorities. Sort of.
Sort of.
Drahomir flooded the streets with forgeries, so the city started tracking more, adding scanners, validation numbers. Now, unless one of my permits gets activated in the city database, it's just plastic.
So you're telling me these people pay for forgeries and then probably get deported anyway?
It doesn't have to be that way. I have 2 permits that I literally just made. And I think we can really help these people. If you're willing.
I don't think so. I might not like how the city decides who gets to stay and who doesn't, but it doesn't mean I agree with your way of helping.
Alright, how do we help?
Their names are Edward Broad and Irenka Bauer. Drahomir was going to charge them like 20 more times. But maybe you could just give them the forgeries? Early Christmas present?
You said it's just plastic that people get deported anyway. How
Christmas
does this help them?
is in like 3 weeks.
I think I know how to get them activated. As long as you're willing to follow through.
Alright. I'll go meet Edward and Irenka. In the meantime, are you going to be okay here?
Once they learn that Drahomir's been taken care of, the others will leave me alone. He's the one I'm scared of. By the way, there is a safe over there where they keep their money. I'll give you the code. 2489. Feel free to help yourself.
What about you?
Way ahead of you.
That's where we're headed, thanks to the horror of the Illuminati and their humanity front puppets. Unleashed on the earth that day. I'm taking the time of this broadcast to remember.
A city designed for you. We're the most technologically advanced generation in history. At an individual level, we've successfully integrated the best of this new technology into our bodies and into our lives. Communal level, however, many of us feel left out of place in our surroundings. This cities we inhabit at best are repositories of old architecture and old prejudice that no longer match our potential or our needs. At worst, they feel open and hostile to what we've become. Augmented citizens across the globe recognize the need for a new kind of city. We need a new capital progress that isn't held back by outdated design models, and cynical political institutions. We need a place like Rabia, an accessible, progressive, eco-friendly metropolis shining like a beacon in the plains of Oman. May sound like a utopian fantasy, but Rabia is not a city born of dreams. Rabia has been conceived and constructed by the Santo Group out of necessity. It is a place for our generation needs, the city designed for you. Christ.
That vomit was bad for business.
Really?
Getting a little worried.
Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Thankfully, they're stupid. Oh, maybe that one cop that we talked to.
Ukažte mi papír. Povolení jsem, Augu. Doufám, že máte doklady připravený a aktuální. Augu.
Everything is in order, officer.
Jo, jasně, že je, ale já se stejně podívám, jestli vám to nevadí. Takhle vysoký oprávnění jsem ještě neviděl. To je působivé.
I'll take your word for it. Not sure I caught all of that.
To je fuk, můžete jít a zkuste zapracovat na té češtině.
A pokud možno nevycházeli z domu.
Maybe it's this one.
You check out. paperwork is up to date and you can freely cross this checkpoint.
Nope.
Panzer bastard.
What can I get for you?
What else have you...
Oh, just a...
For someone who lives up...
Well, sometimes it...
Sure, here you go.
Thank you. I can't tell you how much this means.
These are tough times. We all have to do what we can.
You understand? That's... You have no idea how many people just look the other way. But we can't afford to. Not Oggs, and not anyone else. What happens to one happens to all of us.
The neuropazine isn't even for you, is it?
No, it's not. I'm what you might call a... Well, I think of myself as a Samaritan smuggler. I get things for people in need.
I'm glad I could help.
Listen, I can't let you leave without thanking you properly. I store a few supplies in the basement. The code to the door is 1015. Help yourself to what's down there.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. Like you said, we all need to help each other. Now, is there anything else I can do for you?
Let's see those odds and ends you have for sale.
First aid pack. I'll leave for
I'm
now.
good for now.
As you wish.
I really don't have inventory space, so I'll leave the first aid pack. I need to stop checking. It's not gonna be on different. It's just an obsessive must-click sort of deal. Teresa, Manny's really nervous about the latest shipment and starting to say he wants out. So all I can say to make him feel better unless you go back to your usual schedule. Handlers at the Utilic warehouses are used to seeing the driver rosters, and I'm worried the lad's going to fold should asking too many questions. Now, I think medicines and stuff is important, but I don't want him to lose his job or worse because of me helping you. If you can't wait until the usual, then you're welcome to move the stuff yourself. It's all in the basement at Dai Taiga as normal. 5622 will get you inside if not around. I advise sit and wait and don't fuck up a good thing. Pavel. It's not the same Pavel we've seen previously, is it? The next 3 decades, fall of an empire. For the last 250 years, the United States of America has flourished, often growing by leaps and bounds, sometimes at a more leisurely pace. And in a finite world, that growth may ultimately lead to its demise. Both a government, both a population, both a populace, which is of discontent with the federal government and its power over the constituent states. Discrepancies in interpretation of the Constitution and continuing struggles in the global marketplace against the economic power of the Chinese bloc. All this led to its crisis point. Next 3 decades will not see the complete dissolution of the United States, but there are strong rumblings that some states will secede the Union. Already militias have established footholds in state and local government in the Northwest states, as well as Nevada, Arizona, and Texas. It seems that this is the last gasp of a dying empire. The Second American Civil War could just be around the corner. Welch whiskey. You've taken up drinking thoroughly Welchman's whiskey? Then here's a useful Welch phrase that you might be needing. the Belmar toiled. I know we're not slurring our words from too much drink. Get the hell out of the Wales. I have no idea to say that. I can barely speak Irish, never mind Welsh. Does look cool though. Does actually look pretty cool. Well, I like it. How the hell am I meant to get past this? And I can't just break it. How do they get past it, or did they just wriggle or something? There's cops over here now.
Great.
Just because Drahomir looks like a
Great.
doesn't
Another
mean
one.
he's a
Getting to
real
be as many
He
clients
showed me his
here than
credentials.
Golem.
They look pretty real to me.
bullshit. The guy's a scam artist. Everyone knows it.
If you ever find proof of this, I'm with you. You know that.
Here she is.
Not from here, are you?
What gives it away?
You just walked up to a police officer. And I have this funny feeling you expect something good to come out of it.
I used to be a cop, for what it's worth.
Let me guess. Not in Prague. And not since the incident.
In America, Detroit, a long time ago.
I envy you. I look forward to the day that I can say I used to be a cop. A long time ago.
That bad?
If I could do it again, I would be a fireman. No one looks into a fire and thinks, shit, does this one really deserve it? You can just follow orders and feel good about it.
No.
About the repression in this city.
Look, I have nothing against your kind, okay? Personally, I mean. But I am on the front lines of a police state. I am a child of my moment in history.
Sounds awfully abstract for a cop.
To be competent, I have to be complicit. My way of being okay with that is to be abstract. I don't drag human beings from their homes. I drag historical outliers. I don't shoot into unarmed crowds. I fulfill the will of history.
You mean the will of those in power?
Same difference.
I recently got stopped at a fake checkpoint. Heard there was a cop around here who might know what I'm talking about.
Draumir, he's a slippery fuck. Pays off all the right people. Provides all these bullshit documents that prove he's legit. Regional inspector, my ass. I'm putting a file together.
A file? This guy's dressing up like a cop and harassing Augs in the street.
Sounds like 90% of the people I work with. Listen, the right amount of coin in the right kind of pocket, fancy-looking paperwork, those things go a long way in this city. Especially if the perception is that he's not really doing anything wrong. Just giving Oggs a hard time.
There's more to it than that.
That's exactly what I think. Why don't you fill me in? What's Drahomir been up to behind my back?
Drahomir's checkpoint is the setup for a forgery ring. He's not just stopping Oggs and giving them a hard time. He's not just taking people's lunch money. It's extortion.
This forgery ring, you have an address?
I was inside. I saw the equipment.
You know what? You had me back at harassing. I've been dying for an excuse. A chance to go after someone who actually deserves it for once. No more hiding behind the people he bribes. I suggest keeping your distance. Official police business now. Stay out of it. Time to shut it down, Drahomir! Time to
Punch. Wait, there's a guy over there? Heal. Energy. Ooh, we got non-lethal this. Let's use it. Okay. Police thing will try and kill me too. Fair enough. Just didn't look like the cops were doing too effectively. Didn't get to tell her about the other guy, the other one though.
Time to shut it down, Drahomir!
Okay, yeah, they're doing fine.
Getting a clear angle! Taking aim!
Milena, I've got an update on your friend Drahomir.
I've seen Drahomir pretend to be many things. My friend was never one of them.
It's been taken care of. He's not gonna be a problem anymore.
Thank God. I don't know how you did it, but I'm glad you did. Listen, if you ever need documents for something...
I'll be fine. Thanks.
A little forger snuck out through the vents again last night. I think she's too scared to stay away for good, that she'll always come crawling back out of fear. But still, without her, a forgery ring is nothing. I understand how much you hate the idea of making structural changes to your mother's old building, but keep in mind that Conchi... I can't pronounce those names. But so-and-so and so-and-so's toys wasn't built to sustain our kind of operation. We need to do more to keep Milena inside. Keep everyone else out. So I'm glad I got to punch a guy last time. You gonna try and kill me this time? No. thought it was a, thought it was a, book. Oh, that's the guy knocked out over there. Yes, yes. I recognize him now. You really don't give a shit.
I'm sorry. I would rather not talk to you. In my opinion... Please, no! No!
Okay. Now she's panicking again. Radko Perry bursts onto local political scene. The following is a transcript of a speech Radko Perry gave last week as he opens his campaign for head secretary to the office of the regional inspector of municipal affairs. Big title for a man with even bigger political aspirations. Mustn't fool ourselves, friends. Expect a difficult campaign. You can bet the elite liberal media will be hell bent on attacking my character. Crowd boos elite liberal media. It probably has something to do with my unflinching resolve to finally end our fair city of every mechanical abomination. Every last mechanical abomination to resolve once for all Prague's AUG problem. Crowd cheers. My competitors will argue that the AUG question doesn't technically fall under the domain of Head Secretary of the Office of Regional Inspector of Municipal Affairs. They will tell you that we must wait for the UN. Radko bangs podium. Crowd cheers. I, Radko Maximilian Perry, will not wait for the UN. An AUG is a disgusting mongrel, an affront to all that is wholesome and human, whereas it is a walking bomb waiting to go off in front of our wives and children. If your elected officials are telling you that something of such magnitude isn't their problem, must demand better elected officials. Must demand Radko Maximilian Perry. Radko drops microphone, crowd erupts. It's official. Radko Perry is running for the position of head secretary, the primary function which is to inspect the city's sewerage and waterworks, and he's doing it on an anti-AUG platform. Our opposers believed his strategy is working.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Oh. Ow. Okay, fail and the cops will start shooting at you. Good to know, good to know.
Milena, I've got an update on your friend Drahomir.
I've seen Drahomir pretend to be many things. My friend was never one of them.
It's been taken care of. He's not gonna be a problem anymore.
Thank God. I don't know how you did it, but I'm glad you did. Listen, if you ever need documents for something...
I'll be fine. Thanks.
Great.
Come out, AUG!
Don't know what they're freaking out about.
It's too quiet.
Hello?
Something will show.
What a place.
Damn it.
Radíme všem občanům, aby se vyhýbali přelidněným prostranствím.
Yep, need to.
A pokud možno nevycházeli z domu.
To check out this other room or I have to get into that room? So yeah, there's those two dead. Contemporary art review, augmented artists. The National Galleries have seen an increased demand for marginal artists, including works created by the augmented. It may seem controversial to some, but the art world has never shied from that. In fact, augmented artists may have found a powerful ally in the former Nathaniel Brown, CEO of the Santo Group. A professed art connoisseur, Brown has already undertaken to open a impressive art gallery in Rabia. He also plans to offer grants specifically to augmented artists to come and live and work in his desert oasis. I think the augmented, due to their particular nature and the nature of their enhancements, create art differently, says Brown. They may well influence in a whole new movement, and encourage other patrons of the arts in Rabia and elsewhere to embrace these artists. The fact remains that for now augmented artists remain at the fringe. To get into Rabia to enjoy what seems to be an enviable artistic freedom may well beyond most.
Ahoy.
Just one more time. That's it.
Oh, they're doing better.
I'm sorry. I would rather not talk to you. In my opinion, your type are a big part of the problem. It is people like you that gave Augs a bad name. Dangerous, militaristic, walking weapons. Ugh.
Demanding freedom and basic human rights for all, regardless of augmented status, have been imprisoned by the Chinese government. In apparent retribution for that act.
Wondering which way she'd been gonna go with that, you know. What's because it was an org or what? Cannot hack that.
This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live from Picus.
The Santo. Structure, oncology, quality, excellence. Santo, restoring the past and building.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
Antar Botkovelli, second only to Radic in the Prague branch of the family tree, Atar is old cell muscle wrapped around a keen and agile mind. Native Georgian and a hardline expatriate from the criminal organization's earliest days, strong sense of moral superiority and a firm belief in traditions. Seeing Russians entering the ranks makes him question if old ways might be slipping away too easily.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Registry has been breached. The device has been unlocked. 150 XP. Pistol credits and software.
Those accusations were false. When I arrived in Prague, there was a terrorist bombing at the local church. But ARG had nothing to do with it. We are a non-violent organization. Yes, you said that.
There's an interview going on. What's her face is trying to because the guy came to a place and there was a bombing at the same time, trying to assert he's part of it. And he's getting flustered. Not sure how well you could hear it, I could barely make it out myself. Kind of makes me think of the news bullets from Invisible War. Church of the Machine God, praise the Omnisire! There was darkness, days and days of nothing but darkness and fear and pain. At the lowest moment, inches from succumbing to the oppression, looking for any end to the brutality of constant suffering. A voice whispered in my ear and told me it was too soon, to not give in, to be strong, that I had more to give and that others needed my strength. I went out and spread his word, and bit by bit the shadows retreated. There was hope. His word spread. The outcasts came together. We became a family. But darkness never really goes away. It stalks and waits. The darkness sent 3 of its flesh-flawed agents after me. They cornered me, taunting and sneering. I was small and scared. All I could do was pray for deliverance from this agony. The Machine God heard my prayers and he answered. His messenger appeared and fought back against the darkness, scattering them. He saved me. After that, there was no doubt in my heart. I gave myself over completely to the Singularity, and invite you all to do the same. May we all meet in the embrace of the Machine God. It's me again. I bagged the trash and scrubbed the place with some weird gel I found, and it looks way better. You'll see when you get here. Now I know why. Now I know it was the only place that wasn't being advertised at a stupidly high price. One woman outside said there was musicians living here, but they couldn't afford it. Really? How broke can you be? I think one of them must be the guy who owns a music box in town. I found the card stuck to the wall, which reminds me, we now own a guitar. Miss you, baby. Be safe. We've now 2 guitars. It'd be nice if it, caused a minor fire. It was just cosmetic.
Continuing cautious patrol mode.
Wait, seriously? Seriously? Alright. Wasn't expecting that meme to be randomly here. I think I have seen something that's meant to be in this, but, for all I know, it was just edited in. We'll have to wait and see. Climb up there, and then you can get up there. Alright. I really need to upgrade my hacking. Here, I'm gonna stop for a sec.